Morning, Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis.
Good morning.
What's up?
Well, I have some investments with a company that I've had for many years, and my husband and I used to work these things together, and he died almost 13 years ago, and I got to where I didn't want to mess with it, so I went in and had a talk with the people, and they advised me to split my portfolio and put it in another group. And I know you can't say names, but I'll say this other group was TPI, let's say. And I did that, and they've done well, but I found out recently, after getting involved in it, that they're investing in things I didn't like. And so I called them, and it turns out that I cannot, I don't have any say into what they invest.
So you're in a mutual fund? Is that investment you're talking about a mutual fund?
Stocks.
I understand, but the mutual fund holds stocks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was allowed to do away with 3 of them because there's against my religion, and I didn't want them. But after that, they couldn't guarantee me anything. Well, they've done very well, and I shouldn't complain. But I got to thinking about it, so I went to my broker at my bank, where I have an annuity, and I trying to decide whether to switch to the bank or to leave it where it is. I don't know what things I should really look at more than what I told you.
Well, Phyllis, are you interested?
I should mention I'm 85 years old.
Okay.
And I've had a few health problems this year, and I want to make sure everything's going to be handled all right when I go.
Okay.
If you're interested in a complimentary second opinion and some independent analysis on the quality of and the expenses of what you have, and then just in plain English, laying out, if you stay here, if you move there, then this is, the ramifications, the liquidity, the potential returns, how easy things would be for succession, then I'd be happy to provide that for you. That's part of what we do.
Phyllis, the money that's invested, are you drawing from it?
No, it's that money. I have that TPI thing I mentioned is still involved with the original company,
okay.
And I would tell you what it is, but I don't think I'm supposed to. But I have the dividends reinvested on that part.
Okay.
The other part, the dividends are given to me as income.
Okay.
I'm having problems with being told that you just have to have a specific investment even though you don't like it.
Well, I think the thing is that you're in the mutual fund, and you don't have any choice as to what that mutual fund manager is buying on your behalf, and those investments change literally every day. So it's unlike picking an individual stock where you have a stock portfolio and you can decide what to buy and what to sell and what to hold.
Right.
When you're in a mutual fund, you're locked into what that manager does. And that is the challenge. I understand some people have religious or social objections to certain kinds of industries, whether it's tobacco or alcohol or firearms, whatever it might be.
That's the two. That's the two.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So that's the challenge that you have in using a mutual fund.
But there's a world of funds out there.
Yeah, but she wants a socially conscious fund, and here's the challenge with that: the socially conscious funds, unfortunately, often don't give you the returns that you're getting. Now, I'm not saying that the returns that you're getting are as a result of the alcohol, the tobacco, the firearms. But historically or statistically, those funds generally underperform.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. But there's plenty of things out there that don't have vice type of companies in them.
Yeah. So, Phyllis, as Nancy said, really the starting point is to figure out what the deal is with your money and how it should be invested. And you said you have an annuity, and then you have these other funds. Really, what you've done is what most people do, and you say your husband did this for you.
Well, she said they worked on it together.
We did everything together.
You did it together.
I didn't know about the annuity until he passed away, and then I found out about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I moved that from where he had it to my bank.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the idea: should I have everything at the bank and make it, as they say, easier for my trustees and everybody to come in and get stuff done? I don't know.
Potentially, without knowing exactly what you have and how it's structured and what the bank is proposing, maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
That's
we,
what
you
I'm
know,
going through. The one thing I haven't found out is what the bank fees are compared to what I'm
and
paying now.
we could be able to tell you that.
Yeah, Phyllis, the most important thing is to figure out what you want to do with that money. And it's not, you're dealing with the bank, but I can tell you 5 years from now, that banker is not going to be there. And when you're looking at any particular company, whether it's a large wirehouse, as we say, or a large bank, you're really dealing with that individual person. And it's like going to a hospital. You may be a huge hospital, but the outcome is only going to be as good as the doctor that's attending to you. So I would start with working with a certified financial planner, because we will work with you as a fiduciary, working on your behalf and your best interest, and not try to sell you something, as unfortunately when you go to a wirehouse, oftentimes that happens, and certainly as a bank, because they're motivated to get the money out of those low yielding accounts and put you into some form of investment that generates more income. I mean, that's just the realities of what's going on out there. But Phyllis, I appreciate your call. I understand what you're going through. And as Nancy suggested, give her a call, offer you a no obligation visit. We have an office up here in Altamont Springs and one down in the Windermere area if you're down in South Orlando. But I really appreciate your call, Phyllis, and I understand what you're going through, and we'd be glad to kind of clear up that financial fog that's going on for you.
I mean, one thing that's important, and it's a difference between us and, the type of people she's dealing with now, and I speak from experience, is that we work specifically for the clients. We do not represent any type of investment company at all. We're going to look for what is going to be best for that particular client's situation.
Well, that's the role of a fiduciary and a certified financial planners, as one of our ads, I think, says. As certified financial planners, we are required by our licensing to work with you as a fiduciary. Anybody can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work with you as a fiduciary. So give us a call, 407-869-9800, or on the web at financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com.